want to type in my code.
Mandy, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, great. Please get your student ID number.
Yes, I will be typing in the chat. Okay.
Here's
Okay.
copy and paste. T343, right?
Yes.
And what assignment are you working on, Mandy?
This discussion board.
Huh? Signed in now. So tell me, Mandy, have you turned in all your assignments?
I turned it in. I'm just waiting for the grade now.
Okay. You turned it in on time, right?
Yeah.
Fantastic. That's the most important thing. Okay. So, about this discussion board.
Yes. I still did look at the website. I'm just not sure how I'm supposed to do the discussion board. Is it somehow like the first assignment or what? Like, no, this is the one for this week. The discussion board.
Okay, so I'm just going to go through the steps.
Yes, yes.
Because I'm not exactly sure specifically which part confuses you. So I'm just going to explain the whole thing. Hopefully, somewhere in there is the part that confuses you. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So the first thing you need to do is go to that website.
Yeah, I did that.
And you need to select just one skill, not all 4 skills, just one skill. You need to select the grade level, the skill, and the specific test that you're going to take for that grade level and skill. Okay. You don't have to take more than one test. Okay. Just one.
Yes.
And then do like a practice test. Like take that one test as though you were a student. Okay. And then all you have to do is you need to compare that test to all 5 of the psychometric measurements that are located in chapter 2 of our textbook. And you have to rate them on a scale of 1 to 5 and explain why you gave it that specific rating. So basically, do exactly what you did for the first assignment, and what is it, the term paper project, when you were evaluating yourself and your peer.
Okay.
Sense?
So take one test and then the so-called these 5 is based on that one test I took.
Exactly. But you have to identify, you have to specify what test you took.
Okay.
So do me a favor and stop sharing,
Okay.
and I'm gonna share with you my screen.
Oh, okay.
Give me 1 second. I'm gonna change the color scheme of my screen here. Because before it was on dark mode. So now I'm gonna have the standard mode so you can see it easier. Right now, I'm gonna share my screen. Select entire screen. Share. Okay, can you see my screen?
Yes.
So now, can you still see my screen?
Yeah, yeah.
In 1 moment.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna sign in here. Okay, so this is mine.
Mm-hmm.
You don't necessarily have to format your post exactly like this.
Yeah.
I just like to be a little bit organized when I put my post together.
Mm-hmm.
So the way I did it was, okay, so you got the title right here, discussion board week 5. And then I begin my post with the grade level, the test that I took.
Mm-hmm.
I chose the writing skill test.
Mm-hmm.
And then I believe there were like 3 or 4 specific tests to choose from under writing grades 9 through 12. And I chose to go with Modern Architect, Tier B, C-RAMC.com. That's the title of the test. I don't know what all that means, but John Armour said that he wanted to identify the skill test grade level and the tier level that you selected. So I just went ahead and I copied the entire thing of the test right here, so that John Armour would know exactly which one I chose.
Yes.
And then as you can see right here, I have all 5 of the psychometric measurements in bullet points and in bold. So you can see I've got reliability, validity, authenticity, practicality, and washback. Okay.
Yes.
Next to each psychometric measurement, I have the rating italicized so that it stands out a little bit. As you can see, I've got one next to each measurement according to what I thought it earned. And then underneath that, I have a sub bullet point, and this is where I have my explanation why I gave it that rating for each psychometric measurement. Okay.
Yes.
So what I did to get this rating and my explanation was that I first took the test, and then in chapter 2, just like you did twice already this semester, you go to each individual list of bullet points for each psychometric evaluation. Each one has like a box on the page,
Mhm.
and it has a list of bullet points. You know, for example, reliability. One of the bullet points in chapter 2 says, does the assessment appear consistent across 2 or more administrations? And so what I basically did was I went down each and every bullet point and I figured out, okay, is it a yes for that bullet point, or is it a no? So obviously, the more yeses it gets, the higher the rating is going to be on a scale of 1 to 5. If every single bullet point is a yes, give it a 5 out of 5. If none of them are a yes and they're all no, give it a 0 out of 5. If it's somewhere in between, because sometimes there's not going to be like a total of 5 bullet points to make it easy to measure between 1 to 5. Sometimes there's more, sometimes there's less. So you got to sort of guesstimate what it is between 0 and 5 out of 5. But then also at the same time, there's going to be a bullet point that doesn't make any sense. And that's because that particular bullet point is not applicable to this district. So you can't really count that one. So you just got to count the bullet points that are applicable to the psychometric evaluation, such as reliability. And if it's applicable to that test, and then use that one. But if a bullet point is not applicable to a psychometric measurement for that test, don't count it. Not going to count. Obviously, you're not going to be able to say yes or no on it. So that particular bullet point doesn't weigh in on the overall score. Don't count it. Only count the bullet points that you can definitely. That makes sense?
Yeah.
And then basically, once you say yes or no to each and every one of these psychometric measurements, turn those yeses and nos for the bullet points that you can answer yes or no to, turn them into sentences. Turn them into sentences and make them part of your explanation right here. Just like I did. So this is what I did right here in this sub-bullet point. This assessment appears consistent across 2 or more administrations since it is accessible online. So, for example, like I was telling you, there's a bullet point that talks about whether an assessment is consistent across 2 or more administrations. So I turned it into a sentence, one of my reasons. And then this one right here, however, no clear directions for scoring or evaluation could be found. There's another bullet point under reliability that asks, are there clear directions for scoring or evaluation? There's a bullet point for that. So I used that as the next part of my explanation because I couldn't find any clear directions for scoring or evaluation. So that's a mark against the reliability score. Okay. The first sentence was a mark 4. It got point for that.
Yes.
Next one right here is a mark against. I couldn't find it. And then this one right here, furthermore, no rubric could be found either, uniform or otherwise. So, as I mentioned before, there's a bullet point that says, is there a rubric? Is there a uniform rubric that can be used? And of course, obviously, when you decide to take one of those tests, you're going to see that there's no rubric.
Yeah, there's no rubric.
Yeah. So, so I said, no, there's no rubric. And then finally, the last one, however, the items or tasks did appear unambiguous. The writing test that I took, it's very straightforward. The directions are easy to follow. You know exactly what you're supposed to do. So I got a point for that. So that's why I gave the whole thing overall 2 out of 5. And that's basically what I did. For each and every psychometric measurement, just go down the list of bullet points. It's a yes, or if it's a no, turn it into a sentence. Turn it into a sentence as part of your explanation for your score under that psychometric measure. Like I mentioned before, if you can't say yes or no, if there's no way of knowing, don't count that bullet point. Just ignore that bullet point.
Okay.
Only ones that you can say yes or no to.
Yes or no. Okay.
Yeah. And that's how you do it. So you can see that's basically what I did. As you can see, I've got 5 psychometric measurements right here. Got a score right next to each one. And underneath each one, I've got my explanation. That's it. And once you do that, you don't even have to answer. You don't even have to leave feedback on any of your classmates' postings. Just post yours. You're done.
Yeah.
I believe that's it for this semester, for this class anyway. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You think this is something you can do?
Yeah. Oh, so it's just kind of like okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we've already done this several times this semester. Both you and I together. We did it in the first assignment for this class. Remember?
Yeah.
And we also had to do this for our term paper project. We had to assess ourselves, and we had to assess our peers in part 5. Remember? That's the most recent one that we turned in last Sunday.
Yeah.
That makes sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. So we are meeting today right now. The next time we meet is on Thursday, 3:00 p.m. via Meet, which is good. It's due on Sunday.
Yes.
So work on this right now, Mandy. Get as much progress done as you can. And then before you submit it, or before you post it, or you know what, you can even post it. You can even post it because it's not actually due until Sunday. And until Sunday, you're going to be able to edit it. So just post it. Just post it. Like work on it as much as you can. And post it Um, on Thursday for our meeting at 3 o'clock, you can share your screen with me, and I can help you edit it, clean it up, grammar wise, spelling, punctuation wise, all that stuff.
Okay.
Plus, if I see that you've made any mistakes, I can pick those up too. Okay?
Yes. Okay.
And then it's going to be good to go and ready to be graded by Sunday.
Yes. Okay.
Got it?
Yes.
Stop sharing. If I stop sharing?
Yeah. You stop sharing.
Okay, great. All right, Mandy, does all that make sense to you?
Now I think I got a better understanding. So it's kind of similar to the first of the rubbing switch. Did this.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. You're familiar with all five of the psychometric.
Yes.
How you're supposed to rate it from 1 to 5, etc. And explain why. Yeah, you're familiar with it by now. You've already done it several times this semester. So just approach it the same way. Get as much done as you possibly can now and Thursday. And on Thursday we'll meet. And sure that it's good and set up and ready to be graded. Okay. Okay. All right. Yes. Okay. All right, Mandy. So is that going to do it for today?
Yeah, since I didn't really type the paper yet, so for the discussion board. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Right. I get it. Yeah, you just wanted a quick clarification.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think you understand how to approach it now. Yeah, just try to get as much of it done on Thursday. I'll meet with you on Thursday, and we'll clean it up real quick one last time, and then you're going to be ready. Okay?
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
No problem, Mandy. Good luck to you, and I'll see you Thursday.
Okay. Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Well,